All right,
Hi.
Welcome everyone to Thursday's Thoughtful Nooner. Today we just got down off of Mount Rushmore. What'd you guys think of Mount Rushmore today?
It was awesome. I think that
It was super cool,
Yeah.
huh? So today what I wanted to talk about is the idea that, well, let me just start with the story. So as we were arriving yesterday, as we were driving up to Mount Rushmore, and if you've ever been here before, before you get to the monument, you drive behind it. And I didn't know what it was, but I'm just sitting there looking at the rocks going, you know, man, somebody had to come up here. They had this idea to put these faces on a rock, and they had to come up here, and the first thing they had to do was just pick out a rock. And I'm like, how do you pick out the right rock? And you kind of come around this big corner onto the other side of those rocks, and boom, there's Mount Rushmore. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool. You know, these are the rocks that they picked. But what I wanted to talk about today is, you know, this whole project started out as an idea. So somebody said, they went to a buddy somewhere and they were just like, hey, I want to carve a bunch of faces, giant presidents into some rock. And what do you think their friends told him the first time that he went around telling people he wanted to carve these?
They probably told him, like, you're such a weirdo.
What are you thinking? You're going to carve a bunch of faces into a rock? Why would you do that, right?
Yeah.
So it started out as an idea, and that's how these things always start out, whether we're talking about, you know, the first car or first plane or making it to the moon, or even the very Elon Musk, right? Right now he's talking about bringing civilians up into space, which when he first said it was like, you're crazy. But all of these things just start out as an idea. The key is that we take action on that first step, right? So I don't know exactly what the first step was for Mount Rushmore, but it started out as an idea. And a lot of people might say that would be really cool, and then they would let it go, and they might not ever do anything with it. But in this case, he said, I'm going to put these faces on a giant rock. And then he took that first step forward, and then that second step, and 12 to 13 years later, all of a sudden, he's got this amazing sculpture that thousands of people come to every year. And so my question to you today, we are in South Dakota, so obviously there's a lot of motorcycles, but my question to you today is there an idea that you've been thinking about for a long time that you've never taken that first step on? And maybe there's some fear, like, yeah, that would be super cool, but, right, when we get into the buts, is there an idea that you could take action on today? And if there is, I'd love to hear what your crazy idea is that everybody tells you you're nuts for, but something that you could actually do if you just took that very first step forward. So put it in the comments. I want to hear, what is something crazy that you could do? Caleb, you got anything? What's some crazy idea that you have that would be awesome? Putting you on the spot here. I'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I love being able to do these nooners from anywhere, including Mount Rushmore. I hope you have a great day. Here's to your journey in our world. I will see you all soon.